All right, so you are here for how to make sales with free leads, and I will zoom in on this. Wrong area. Let me zoom in the right spot. Uh, how to make sales with free leads. This training is all about helping you to not have to spend so much money. Okay, the reason being is in order to get people on your email list, you're going to have to spend some money. Okay. You're going to have to run some ads. You're going to have that as a part of your strategy. Not saying that it's going to be your only strategy, because obviously there are lots of ways to get free traffic. Okay. However, if you really want to have a sustainable business that has predictable income, meaning that you know for a fact, if you start spending this much money on ads, you'll start making this much income. And then your goal from there is simply to decrease the amount that you're required to spend and then increase that revenue that comes in. I know for a fact when I run certain ad campaigns, those ad campaigns will automatically start generating sales and leads. Okay, so I want to share with you kind of the mindset that you need to have, as well as the strategy, but the mindset that you need to have so that we're ready for our training at the end of all of this, which is helping you to get coaching clients using Facebook ads. But the last thing that I want you to do is feel like I need to spend $3,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and like just do it on a hope, a wish, and a prayer that you are going to earn that back eventually. You can absolutely do that because Facebook/Instagram, they're not going to charge you until the end of the month. So you could start running ads and start bringing in those leads and, not have, basically just come out of your own pocket for it. And at the end of the month, once all is said and done, then you'll pay Facebook. Then they'll charge you depending on how much you spend. I think my billing threshold is $900 right now. So I actually don't pay at the end of the month. I pay every time I reach $900. So at this point, I'm paying anywhere from about 2 times a month, including not including the end of the month. So about 3 times a month, Facebook is sending me a bill. But I'm okay with that because I already know what is coming in because I am earning as I'm running those ads. And that's what I want to help you do today. Okay. So as you guys have questions, feel free to pop them in the chat box. I do have the chat open. I got to pull it back open again. And let me just make sure that I pulled it up. Let's see. All right. It's not allowing me to pull the chat up again on my screen. So I'm going to pull up Zoom on my phone because where there's a will, there's a way. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. And let's see. All right. And while I'm doing that, since we are talking about getting the chat going, I would love to hear from you. What is your main goal with Facebook ads? Like, have you tried them before? Is it that you're trying to get people directly to your coaching program? Are you trying to get people directly to book a call with you? Are you trying to get people to purchase one of your courses? What would be great for you if you could get your Facebook ads up and going and somebody else were spending the money where essentially you weren't paying anything out of pocket? Like, what would that look like for you as far as something that you would be happy with? Okay, while I'm signing in on this. And I'll make sure that I mute this. right. So I've muted myself on there. And here's the chat. And let me make sure I mute myself on here too. Okay, it should be good. All right, Rochelle says, I tried for a day. I will be ready to try again next month. I don't know. I'm not understanding your question. Does that mean it's an offer issue? I don't know that there was a question before that. I just opened the chat, so you might have to repost your question. Just starting out, Tasha says, I'm just starting out and trying to figure out how this all works. I need to see some traffic. Okay, yeah, repost your question, Kim. Tony says, just learning all about ads. So I have to get the idea of ads and how it works. I'm a novice. Okay. I'm running ads for my current offer, have not received success, meaning lots of views but very little conversions. I'd love to have people view and purchase. Okay, cool. Does that mean that it's an offer issue? Okay, there could be any number of issues. And actually, we're going to talk more specifically about what to look for in your ads and how to make sure that they're going well in the final training for this series, okay? Because that's going to kind of get into the weeds. So what we're doing now is we're kind of covering the conceptual and the strategy, and then we'll dig deeper and get into those Facebook weeds once we get to that final training, okay? The only thing I have on my wall is a Calendly link that allows potential clients to schedule an icebreaker call after my work hours, and it hasn't driven any traffic to me. Okay. It's your responsibility to get traffic to that Calendly link. You're saying that it's on your wall, kind of like on your Facebook page, Coop? Let me know. Kira says, I use ads just to see how many people I could reach with $1 a day, and I was getting 300 views. I want to direct ads to my Facebook group and maybe get conversions through the group. Okay. For Facebook, I don't recommend running ads to a Facebook group. And I'll tell you why. And that is because, number one, it's not your platform. So I would recommend capturing an email first and then recommending that they go join the group. And number two, just because people join a group, that doesn't mean that you can specifically speak to them. They can turn off their notifications. They can not visit the group, and then Facebook will not share your stuff as much to them. So I wouldn't spend money to send the ads to the group. Hey, Patrina. I want to convert coaching clients and have them purchase my retail items like books and t-shirts. Okay, perfect. Hey, Vicky, welcome. I really need to work on my course. Okay, cool. All right. So that's really helpful. It's especially helpful as we start going into the final training and talking about the ads. And so what I want to do for you today is I want you to first imagine, before we actually get into this, and I'll put this back on my face so we can kind of chat for a second. But I want you to imagine a world, okay? Imagine a world where you did not have to spend money on Facebook ads, but you were still getting the benefit of the traffic that Facebook could send you. And you could tell Facebook how much traffic you wanted. You could say, I want 1,000 clicks this month, or I want 1,000 visitors this month. If you were able to specifically tell them that, and they said, okay, that's going to cost you this much money, but someone else would swoop in and pay for that. Like, imagine how awesome that would feel. You probably would have an unlimited ad budget, right? I know I certainly would. And that's the idea behind this training. The idea behind this training is that you can absolutely have an unlimited ad budget, meaning you can get as much traffic as you want. You can send as much people as you want to your email, your opt-in, your whatever, your course, or whatever it is, without having to spend any money. Okay. Now, when I say without having to spend any money, I mean that you're going to get paid back for the money that you spend. So let me be specific about that. Okay. We're still in the real world. Like, you're still going to have to put your credit card information into Facebook, and they're still going to charge you. But what's going to happen is I'm going to show you exactly how to create a funnel and create that offer and create that process with a lower ticket item where it's a no-brainer purchase for them. They're purchasing it. They're seeing you add sometimes in the same day. They're making that purchase, and that is paying for all of your ads. Now you have that person on your email list, and you have the opportunity to continue to build that relationship. And when you make your offer for whatever you've got going on, like sign up for a phone call or your larger course or your launch or whatever is going on, you didn't have to spend money to build that list of those people who are interested in hearing from you. And they're also potential buyers. They are buyers. Okay. So that's what we're going to be going over today. I think the missing link is an email repository that offers a call to action to the Calendly link. Okay, we'll talk more about that. There's probably a couple things missing. I think in our next training, when I talk more about the next training is on like getting your audiences. So let me see what that one's called. I forgot. Oh, how to bring in new buyers. That we'll go over that a lot more as far as like the specific, getting the Calendly link ready and all that. Okay. So let me get you guys set up with this training. Now, I don't think I dropped the link to this in the group. However, I can, but I will do that after I actually present it, because I don't want anyone to get distracted like I would by opening everything up and like looking at all of the details. So I'm going to save you from yourselves, and we're just going to go through this together. Okay. So we're going over how to make sales with free leads. So let's start with what our journey is today. Okay. All right. In general, the belief is you capture the email, you build the relationship, and then you make the sale, right? But in this scenario, in this strategy, I'm going to share with you how you can flip that around. You can build the relationship, capture that email, and make a sale right away. Okay. This is going to allow you to get free leads, as I mentioned. And if you were able to spend $1 on ads and make $1 back each time, what do you think your ad budget would be? And we kind of already talked about this. And the answer is it depends. Okay. It's going to depend on if you have a higher ticket offer and a follow-up process in place. If you have a higher ticket offer and a follow-up process in place, if you don't have a higher ticket offer, then your budget is limited. Because why would you just spend $1 to make $1 and then that's where everything ends, right? But if you do have a higher ticket offer and a follow-up process in place, then your budget is unlimited, because that means that even if you spend $1 and only make $1 back right away, or even if you spent $1 and only made 80 cents back right away, right, where you're getting leads for 20 cents instead of $1, even if that were the case, then your budget should still be unlimited, because that higher ticket offer and that follow-up process is going to allow you to make sales with all of those free or very, very cheap leads that came in. Okay. Now this works in almost any industry, with the exception of if you're selling someone else's offer, your margins are probably going to be a lot slimmer. And so it might be a little bit more difficult for you. But if you're selling your own offer, which many of you are, right, some sort of coaching or a course, then this will work for you. Okay. Just a quick intro for anyone who is new to me and my world. Welcome. My name is LaTisha Styles. This recording, the live recording, will be inside of the Get Coaching Clients community, which is where I show you how to get coaching clients. You might be watching this on the replay. And if you're watching this on the replay, you probably purchased it for a very, very inexpensive price. And that whole process of creating something packaging it up and then selling it, that's really what I specialize in. And that's what I'm going to share with you how to do today. Okay. If you don't already have something packaged up, I want you to start thinking about what can you package up and offer that's a lower ticket offer where you can really have a high value and massive impact. Okay. And we're going to be talking about that more today. All right. So essentially this is a lead funnel, meaning we're wanting to get leads out. If you're on here live, give me an idea of what you think a lead is. Is it getting someone's email address? Is it name, email address, phone number? Is it someone who has expressed interest in your products? Like, what do you think a lead is? And I'm asking that question because I need some water. Okay, someone who's expressed interest, first name and email address, someone who expressed interest, getting the email address and leading them to a purchase. Okay, all good answers. A lead is only a lead when they've given you the things that you say that you want. So if you say you only want email address, then your lead will be an email. If you say that you want name, email address, phone number, and zip code, then your lead will only be a lead once they've given you those things, okay? It's obviously someone who has expressed interest, and because they've put their information in, they're expressing interest in what it is that you have to offer, okay? Now, when I say a free lead, I mean someone who qualifies as a lead for you. So for me, I would consider a lead to be someone with an email address. Because I sell information products, I really only need an email address in order to follow up with someone in order to make the sale. I'm just going to give you an example for like a business owner who has brick and mortar. So if you have an insurance company or something like that, and you can only provide insurance in certain cities and states, then obviously you're going to need their zip code, because a zip code is going to tell you if that person is qualified enough for you to be able to do business with them. Okay, so the definition of a lead is going to vary, usually based on the type of business that you're in. For me, I'm selling information products, I'm selling coaching, and I'm not limited by my location based on who I can service. So for me, a lead is just an email address. Okay, so that means that I need email addresses. I need potential clients. I need people who have expressed interest, and there are organic ways to do that. Absolutely. You can do Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you can go stand on the side of the funny story. When I was in college, I was working as a contractor for a friend's business. His dad was running a business, and it was a news website. It was a brand new one, and he needed leads. So he actually paid us to go stand on the sidewalk or like go to certain places and sign people up, and he was paying us per email address. Now this is essentially pre-Facebook popularity, because while there was a Facebook, it actually wasn't at my university yet. This was way back when it was only open to certain universities. So obviously the ad process was not as simple as it is now. So he was like, I need email addresses. I need people to sign up for my new website. I will pay you. I think he was paying us like $3 per email address. So we were signing anybody and everybody up. We were, we had all our friends, and we were going to like the mall and asking people if they wanted to sign up. We would go to, we had like our own budget. We would go to different organizations and booths and get college students to sign up. So it's amazing for me when I know how hard business owners have struggled in the past in order to get leads, and to see someone these days who's not willing to spend money on a lead. Okay. But I'm also here to tell you that you don't have to. Okay. So that's what we're going to be talking about. What does this free lead funnel look like? Okay. So the way that you get your money back after you spend your money on an ad is by offering something that's lower ticket. Now, I asked this question inside of the Get Coaching Clients community, and I'm going to be going over the specific responses and giving you individual coaching. Even if you're not on here live, this will be helpful for those of you who are watching it, or if you didn't get a chance to submit yours. because I'm going to be sharing with you some of the best practices for what your low ticket offer should look like. The sales page, the payment process, the step before that, all of that. So I'll be going over that a lot more, but here's in general what it looks like. It's a lower ticket offer. Okay. Your lower ticket offer, what I've experimented with and what's worked well for me is something around $197 or below. Why do I say $197? Because it's going to depend on your ultimate offer and your audience. If you are offering an ultimate offer of a monthly PR service package, for example, that's $3,000 or $4,000 a month, and you have a $197 consultation call or setup call or what are those, like audit, like a $197 audit or something like that, that would be considered low ticket. And actually that audit might be a little bit higher price. I was planning on hiring hired a PR agency, and their initial audit was $1,000. That was their lower ticket offer. And then they had the monthly recurring from there as well. Okay. So I say $197 if you're doing information products, because that's what I found that has worked well for me. Okay. $197 plus a special limited time discount. So my $197 offer is not $197 when I'm offering it right away. And I'll talk about that in a second, but I do have a special limited time discount. Okay. The way that I've implemented this, and I've tried a couple different things, but this is essentially what has worked well for me. And it was creating a 5-day challenge. I created a 5-day challenge. When you register for the 5-day challenge, several of you have already gone through it. I have an immediate upsell on the next page that says, hey, you're registered for the challenge. You're all set. You're going to get everything you need for the challenge. But by the way, would you also like this other thing? By me doing that, I was able to not only make my money back with ads. And I think the first time I ran it, I was putting $1 in, and then I wasn't making $1 back. I was making like 50 cents back. But still, that meant that my leads were half the cost of what it would have been if I didn't have this upsell in place. But then I also made sales on the back end of my higher ticket offers. And that's how this whole thing works together. So yes, your budget can be unlimited when you have that higher ticket offer. Now, I talk about this more in a course that I created. It's a workshop called 5 Days, 5 Figures. And it's all about how to create and monetize your 5-day challenge. Okay, so if you'd like to go deeper into actually creating a challenge and then an upsell on that, I walk through the entire funnel. I walk through everything that I did, how I set it up, and all of that. Okay, so you can absolutely grab that. If you go to LaTishaStyles.com/courses, you'll also see a special discount for my community members. Okay, so I implemented this with a challenge. It was a 5-day challenge. It's the Gain More Clients Challenge. As soon as you sign up for the Gain More Clients Challenge, the second page is an offer to register for my Package and Profit course. The Package and Profit course sells on its own at $197. Okay. However, if you purchase right away, I provide a special offer and discount. And I'm not going to share what that number is because I do test different price points, and it may not be that same price point when you're listening to this. Okay. But it will always be $197 because that's what it's worth and that's the value. It's a 4-part video training series showing you how to get high ticket coaching clients. It's a huge, huge value. Okay. Okay, perfect. I've had the 5-day challenge, but I haven't made the best of it. The 5-day challenge is super powerful. It really is. I think that one of the benefits of doing a challenge or something like that versus offering people like a PDF or a like maybe just a video training or something, is that it actually asks them to take action, meaning that you can help them get even better results. If you give someone just a PDF and then the upsell, like the goal is to help them get results with your free thing. Like you shouldn't have to require someone to spend money with you in order to help them get results. It's just going to depend on the level of results and the impact you can offer, which is why I like a challenge. But yeah, with the challenge, you absolutely have to do the work in order to make the most of it. Okay. We had a couple questions where people were asking, how do I actually package my offer? For some of you, you probably already have something that you can offer, and we're about to get to the point where we're going to talk about what that looks like. Essentially, you need to be able to accept payment, so Stripe or PayPal. You need a member area if you're going to deliver it via a member area. And for this, I use Thinkific. I didn't put that in there, but that's the one that I like. If you already have WordPress, you can probably use WordPress. If you have ClickFunnels, it will also give you a member area already. It will do all of that, okay? You'll also need to be able to host your video, so some sort of video. And then any of the worksheets or whatnot, you can put in PDF format. Okay. Now, it doesn't have to be a challenge. It doesn't have to be a video training. It doesn't have to be anything specific. It can be whatever you want it to be. Okay. In order to sell it and actually create the funnel, I personally use ClickFunnels. This is my partner link. If you haven't gotten started with ClickFunnels and you want to get started right now, you can go to LaTishaStyles.com/CF. Okay. It'll give you a 14-day free trial. ClickFunnels for the base program is $97 a month. But here's why I believe that's worth it. It's worth it because, number one, you only need to sell a few of your lower ticket items in order to make it pay for itself. Let's say that you were spending $97 a month on ads and your low ticket offer was $97. And you made one sale at $97, well, you break even, right? But if you made two sales, well, now you cover your ad spend plus the ClickFunnels account. I highly recommend it simply because it's easy to set up your landing page, the upsell. I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like in a second, where people can click and buy. It also can look very, very professional because you can completely customize it. If someone comes to your website and then they see something that says this website was made by Wix, or if they see, a weird URL or something like that, it's going to lower the level of trust. Or if your website is slow, there's certain things that will make people pause before they actually take an action. Then you don't want them to pause. You want them to go directly straight through from signing up for the free thing to going directly into your paid thing. Okay. The challenge is absolutely automated. You've heard that challenges work best live versus automated, where people have to go through by themselves. I have people that take the challenge automated and they still do the work. I think for a live challenge, that works best with a launch format. So if you are hosting a launch and you're getting ready to open up a course that's only open once per year or twice a year or whatever it is, then absolutely do your challenge live. But I don't have any courses that are cohort based. They're all on demand and anyone can sign up for them at any point in time. So therefore, I don't do launch based strategies. I do all evergreen strategies in my business because I like evergreen payments, evergreen clients, and evergreen forecasting. Okay. All right. I hope that makes sense. All right. I want to talk a little bit more about this lower ticket offer. Let me go into the comments and see what else we've got. I'm offering a 5-day paid challenge of $20. I have 1,000 views across each test ad and very few purchases. At first, the ads weren't getting clicks, but I made adjustments and then the clicks and views came in. So at least that increased. But now I'm trying to figure out why little to no conversions. Excuse me, for purchase. Yeah, we're absolutely going to talk about that when we get into the weeds for the Facebook details. If you have ClickFunnels, do you need a payment processor like Samcart? No. ClickFunnels will do everything for you. Okay. All right. So what this looks like for the big picture, someone is going to find out about you via social media, via the ad, via you talk to somebody, whatever it is. They're going to go sign up for your free offer. And then right after they sign up for the free offer, on the thank you page, you're going to offer them a one-time offer to make a purchase. Okay. Now the key here is that each offer has to build on the previous one, meaning your free offer is directly in line with your lower ticket offer, which is directly in line with your higher ticket offer. The Gain More Clients Challenge is geared towards people who want to get coaching clients. The paid offer is geared towards people who want high ticket coaching clients, but they still want coaching clients, right? The next offer, which is You've Got Clients, is for people who want an automated process to get coaching clients. But you notice that at each step, it's get coaching clients, get coaching clients, get coaching clients. So that means if someone comes in for the challenge, their next logical step should naturally be, if they want high ticket clients, to get the package and profit. But if they don't, that's fine. But their next logical step will absolutely be, I would like to have an automated process to bring clients in, which is the You've Got Clients program. Okay, so when you're thinking about your offer, each offer is going to build on the previous one. And you always want to start with the actual need. Okay, so before you start going into what am I going to offer and what do people want, what is the need that they have? What's the desire? So the example is I need clients. And then the next offer is I don't want to do cold calls. Well, then that's You've Got Clients, because that gives a system to bring clients into you where you don't have to do cold calls. I don't know how to pitch my offer. This is something that I recently released, and I'm working this into the funnel because it does work really well. And it's Create and Fill Your Coaching program. And that shows you how to actually pitch your offer, among other things. So with that said, if you have a couple of different courses or you've created a lot of different stuff and you're trying to see how it ties in together, start looking at the theme of what desire those programs and courses, what does that fulfill? Okay, what desire does that fulfill? If they don't quite fit in together, figure out either do you need to adjust the marketing of it, or do you need to create something different? Okay. All right. And I feel like this is most important, which is the low ticket offer should answer the what if I'm successful question. The reason that someone just signed up for your free thing is because they absolutely want the results that free thing offers. For example, let's say that you're a Pinterest strategy coach. And I'm using that because I've recently been researching stuff on Pinterest and I'm like super overwhelmed right now. But like if you're a Pinterest strategy coach and you know that your ultimate offer is helping to show someone what they can do with their Pinterest account, meaning you're going to show them exactly how to use all of the tools and strategies and how to pin things and how to get traffic and like all of those things, right? So the person who wants that ultimate package, which, maybe that's your $3,000 or $5,000 offer, the person who wants that offer, they still want help with Pinterest right now, right? And instead of walking up to them and saying, hey, I can solve all of your problems with this $5,000 offer, not saying that that's not true, but it requires $5,000 of belief from them. Okay. And that's the hurdle that we're trying to overcome with the lower ticket offer and with the free offer. Instead of asking them for $5,000 of belief right away, we're only going to ask them for an email of belief, or we're only going to ask them for $47 of belief or $33 or whatever that number is. Okay. So if you're doing Pinterest strategy coaching, your first free offer might be something like, 15 places to 15 group boards you can join today or something like that. Or, 5 ways to optimize your pin in order to get a higher reach. That's directly in line with what they want, which is optimizing their Pinterest account. So you got to figure out what is that need. And not only that, but the need, but the why behind the why. We talked about this inside of the Create and Fill Your Coaching program offer. the why behind the why. Like, why do they actually want to optimize their Pinterest account? Is because they want to get free traffic? Because that's what I'm doing. I've already mastered, I will say, for the most part, I've gotten the whole paid traffic process down. And now I'm kind of going back through organic traffic methods. So I'm working on SEO, I'm working on Pinterest, I'm working on, all sorts of stuff to bring organic traffic in. So if that's their ultimate goal, to bring organic traffic, then that's how you would structure that free thing, right? It could be the top 3 places to get organic traffic. And then you share why Pinterest is your number 1 place to get organic traffic. Well, now they know they want to do Pinterest. Or it could be something like 10 ways to get organic traffic from Pinterest. Whatever it is, like whatever that need is that they want. As soon as someone signs up for that, you already know that they're interested in getting organic traffic from Pinterest. So what if your next offer was something like a checklist or a workshop where you show them, this is exactly how I set up all of my pins to pin automatically. You can follow this workshop. It's only $47, $27, whatever the price is. Get it right now. With a deadline, right? Give them a deadline, give them a reason to take action right now. And then you know that once they buy that, well, now they've seen that, that you can actually help them and they didn't have to spend $5,000 of belief. Now, that's not saying that some people won't go right to your higher ticket offer, but in general, when someone is in kind of the discovery phase and they're just trying to figure out what they need, these lower ticket offers work a lot better. Okay. And once again, it's going to answer that what if I'm successful question. And that has worked really well for me to answer this what if I'm successful question, because what that looks like is like, what if I do really well in this example? What if I do really well with my Pinterest account? It could be something like how to handle repinning all day or something like that. I don't know. I can't get specific because obviously I'm just not researching this area, but that's essentially what the package and profit upsell does. The idea is that when you sign up for the challenge and you're looking to get more coaching clients, the question is, well, what happens when you get those people on the phone? Do you actually have a high ticket offer? Do you know how to pitch your offer? If you don't, then this is definitely what you should purchase. So their question in their mind is like, I'm going to do this challenge and I'm absolutely going to get people on the phone. Now I need to know what to pitch them. And that's why that package and profit offer is in place. Does that make sense? All right. We're going to pause here, I believe. Let me go and check. Yep. And we're going to go into what is your offer. All right, so what I'm going to do is, if you have any questions, drop those in the chat. I'm going to pull up the Facebook group. And we're going to start going through some of these offers. So we're already at like the 49-minute mark. So this training is probably going to go a little bit longer than what I expected. But once again, if you're on live and you need to pop out, that's fine. All right. I believe I need to, let's put this to the screen, and then I need to share it with you guys who are on here live also. There it is. All right. Tracy, did you make it on? I hope you did. All right, here we go. I think this is the post. Yeah, because it has 100 comments. Okay, this is it. Apologies for the slow internet, but I'm streaming plus recording plus I'm on my phone. I probably should take my phone off of Wi-Fi. That might help. We do have super fast internet though, so I can't really complain. All right, once this comes up. Okay, so one of the first things that I noticed was a couple people said, I'm doing a membership or I'm doing a monthly recurring. Okay. If you're doing a membership or a monthly recurring, that is not considered a low ticket offer. A monthly recurring offer is, it requires a lot of, it requires a lot of that person's commitment. Okay. It actually requires a high commitment. Why does it require a high commitment? It requires a high commitment because it's a charge that's happening from month to month. So when people see a charge that's happening from month to month, they think of a bill. They don't think of they're buying a course or they're buying, a notebook off the rack. They're thinking of a bill. So what you're asking them to do is you're asking, hey, would you like a new bill? That's a much tougher decision than, do you just want this one thing right now and that's it, and I'll never bother you again. Okay. So a membership is not considered, I don't care if it's $27 a month, $9 a month, anything that's per month, it's not considered low ticket. If you have a membership where you have, for example, it's normally month to month, but your offer is, hey, if you get this right now, you can get a lifetime membership, then that would be considered low ticket, because they don't have to think about, am I going to pay this again? Do I want to be in her space for every single month? Or, do I want to be a part of his community every single month? Now it's just, hey, I know you're going to want this eventually, but I'm giving you the opportunity right now to get a lifetime membership for, such and such or whatever. And your lifetime membership means that they only have to pay one time. Okay. So that's why I don't consider a membership a low ticket offer. Okay. I've tested and sold memberships before. It's definitely when I was selling a $9 membership, that was so much harder than selling a $47 one-time workshop for a $9 membership. Okay. So, it's because people are thinking about, do I want to pay this every month? Okay. If you don't have anything that's under $100, once again, you can just kind of take something and package what you have. And like I said, my package and profit training, it was actually initially a 4-part live stream series. I took that 4-part live stream series and I just grabbed the raw live streams and I packaged that up and I started selling that. And I think when I first started selling it, I think I was selling it for like $17. It's increased since then once I upgraded it. And then I took the time to really sit down and record. I professionally recorded them. I created worksheets. I included some supplemental materials and I really made it more robust. That's when I increased the price to $197. But when I first started, it was just a couple of live streams. The content was great. And that's what's most important. Okay. So you can probably package something that you have already. Okay. All right. Love coaching program, 6-month program. That's not considered low ticket because it's a long commitment. Okay. We want high value, but low ticket and low commitment, meaning that it's something they can consume in a weekend, in a couple hours. It's not going to take them 6 months. Okay. And once again, that's a $47 per month. So that's a monthly thing. Okay. All right. She commented again with a webinar that she had, help you embrace your self-worth for $47. So that's perfect. Okay. A lower ticket offer $100. And I think, Tony, I commented on yours is that you don't have your higher ticket offer in place yet, or not quite selling that yet. So you've got to make sure to have the higher ticket offer in place yet. So we're just being patient with that. So that's fine. A couple people said they wanted help, but then didn't comment, which is a little confusing to me. All right. So she's got, this one is actually perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and open it here. This is Courtney's lower ticket offer, which is, I think it was a webinar that she did about how to invest in cannabis. The only issue that she's likely to run into is that the word cannabis is not going to fly in a Facebook ad. So, and even for people who are doing like CBD oil, stuff like that, the word hemp, like anything like that, Facebook is not going to allow you to do this ad. So what I would do is figure out in your community, what are some synonyms for the word cannabis? Okay. If you can find some synonyms for that, and it could just be as simple as investing in green, right? That's going to make it a lot easier. Then I would change the name, like everything would need to be changed, the URL, the title, like all of that, and it would be called Investing in Green. Then once they sign up and you send them to Teachable, you can call it whatever you want. But if you're going to run a Facebook ad to a free offer that then goes to a paid offer, they're going to check all of those pages, and so they're not going to allow it in. But this is perfect in the sense of she's got the intro, you can sign up for it for free also, which is great. 21, it's about an hour long, and it's got a couple of questions for that. So the only, like I said, my only hesitation with that is that the ads are not gonna run. Okay, unless you kind of switch things up there. And it's, once again, it's going to need to not be on this URL already, because what Facebook does is what they're doing is they're going and checking the entire website, which is why it takes longer for your ad to get approved. Okay. Radia says, your $100 product is a day planner selling from the website, but just not marketing it. Okay. In order to actually get started with marketing this, the first thing is to figure out what's the question that they have before they need this offer. So that's how we're setting up the funnel. What's the question that they have before they get to this offer? And I think it's a day planner. So I'm assuming that your offer is a something about productivity or intentions. Okay. Power professional. Okay, perfect. So is this a physical planner? I think you're on live. Okay. You're helping people with energy drain. Okay. So if this is a physical planner, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to do sorry guys, I got the rainbow wheel of death right now. If it's a physical planner, it's going to be harder for you to do an immediate discount. So what I would do is I would include something digital as a bonus on there. It says Google Chrome is not responding. All right. I'm going to stop the share and let me restart Google Chrome, since it's giving me an issue, and we'll start that back up again. But if it's giving you an issue, if it's a physical planner, it's going to be harder for you to do a discount. So in that case, I would add something to include like as a bonus. So for example, I might say something like, this planner is normally $60 and you just get the planner. But if you act now, then you'll get also a workshop that I did. So anything that's like higher perceived value. So you can get a workshop, or I did an audio call with my clients and I'll throw that in for you or something like that. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, I'm a little scared to bring Google back up or Google Chrome back up, but I've got to bring our presentation back up. So I am gonna try it again, but I can't have so many tabs open. Apparently, I got a lot going on right now. Yeah, if there's freezing, if the stuff is like freezing on your end, it keeps telling me that the internet connection has been in and out. So I'm just going to close all of these tabs. So much stuff uses Flash and it slows everything down like crazy. All right, and I'm just going to bring our Coggle back up so we can just kind of move on from there. I wanted to go a little bit deeper into the individual ones, but what I'll do is I might just do a live stream inside of the group, because then I won't have a bunch of different things up. Okay. And so I will keep my promise of actually going through those offers, but I'll just do it on a live stream in the group. Okay. All right. Okay. So you should be able to see the training now because the other one was frozen. All right. So let's go into a little bit more details on pricing so we can kind of wrap this up. All right. First thing is it has to be a no-brainer price, meaning it depends on your audience, but it needs to be a no-brainer price. Something where someone doesn't have to think, is that more than my car payment? Is it more than my house payment? Is it going to require me to split payments across paychecks, right? The majority of America is living paycheck to paycheck. So we're thinking in terms of paycheck. Now, it depends on your audience. If you know your audience is, business owners who are familiar with investing, then maybe your no-brainer price will be a little bit higher. But in general, what I've found to work well is something that's under $200 or under $100. Okay. And once again, it's going to have a special pricing for those people who sign up right away. Okay. Why is it not showing the, okay. It just hasn't been updated. All right. Second thing is that pricing value has to be built before they actually come to buy your lower ticket thing. And that means, and what a lot of people don't do, what they do incorrectly, is that you've got to sell the heck out of your free offer. Okay. Your free offer is the layup. Okay. And then your lower ticket offer that they're actually purchasing, that's the slam dunk. If your free offer doesn't do the layup, you can't do a slam dunk. Meaning that the sales page for your free offer, like it should really, like you should put as much effort into it as you would for something that you're going to sell. For this free offer, you should have a full sales page, and people should be so excited and so surprised that they're getting this thing for free. When they go to the next page to go get that lower ticket thing, they're like, oh my gosh, like of course I'm going to get this. Now I'm getting both of these things for only $47, or both of these things for only $97, or only $27, $17, whatever it is. It makes them really excited. Okay. It should have scarcity. That's optional, but it's highly recommended. Scarcity just means that there's a limited number. You could say something like, I don't know how many I have at this price, or I'm going to be raising the price soon, or I plan to take this down after a month. But it does need to be ethical. So so scarcity is optional. I don't have scarcity on mine. You can buy it at any point in time, but the price is just going to go up. Okay. So that's the scarcity that I have included in that. You absolutely can go get Package and Profit from my website for $197 at any point that you want. But if you want it right now at this price, then you've got to take action right now. Okay. And that kind of goes into that deep discount, right? So the deep discount over your regular pricing. And then once again, that urgency of it being a one-time offer. Okay. And there we go. All right. So these are just all characteristics that your offer should have. And once again, when I go into the group and kind of do those offer critiques, I'll probably do that as soon as this training is over. That will be inside of the group as well. It'll just be saved in the group. All right, so we're coming to the end, which is the final two pieces that you've got to have. All right, you've got to have a sales page. The sales page is going to be for your immediate upsell. So once again, you should have a really good full layup option, right? It's a layup. So your sales page for your paid offer is the slam dunk. For your free offer, you got to really sell the heck out of your free offer. But the immediate upsell is also going to have a sales page. For your sales page, you're going to get about 5 to 7% of people to take that immediate upsell. And that's if it's good. So we can crunch the numbers on this. I don't think I did the numbers on here. Okay, actually I did. Okay, perfect. Whew. I thought I was going to do these numbers in my head. All right, so that means that if you can get 100 people signed up for your free thing, not 100 clicks, all right, 100 people to sign up. So you've got 100 email addresses. If you have a 5 to 7% take rate, that means that 5 to 7 people of those 100 people will accept that paid offer. Okay. Now let's say that you're spending about $4 per lead. All right. Remember what we mentioned about leads. It could be an email address. It could be a name, email address, and phone number, whatever that means for you. If you're spending $4 per lead, that means in order to get those 100 people, it's going to cost you $400. Okay. This is where ads really, really get powerful when you know your numbers. And we're going to go into this a lot more on the final training in this series. But I just want to give you an idea of this, okay? So it costs you $400, and I just did some estimates. If 6 people buy and your immediate upsell is $97, you'll make $582. You spent $400, you made $582. That's awesome. That's great. It's not always like that, but that's pretty good. If 5 people buy, you made $485. So you spent $400, you made $485. If 3 people buy, you made $291. So that's still not bad. You would have spent $400 out of pocket to get 100 people, but now you only spent around $100. So you brought your lead cost down from $4 to around $1 a person. That's the way you have to look at this. You have to look at this as, now I have 100 potential clients for my higher ticket offer, and it was that much cheaper, or it was free to get them on my list. With 100 people and you send an email for your higher ticket offer, even with a 1% conversion rate, meaning one person, no, actually it wouldn't be 1,000 people. So let's say you did this with 1,000 people, and a 1% conversion rate would be one person. Did I do this math wrong? 5 to 7 out of every 100. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay. So 1%, yeah, would be one person. So one person, then in your higher ticket offer is, even if it's only $1,000, like still all of this math would make sense. Okay. And what's important to keep in mind is that you don't make your money here. Okay. You're going to make your money on the high ticket offer with these leads who are free or cheap. Okay. I have this in here because the Create and Fill Your Coaching Program. Why do I have this in here? Okay. If you don't have an offer. So if you don't already have a higher ticket offer and you need to create a coaching program, then this is the course that you want to pick up. Okay. It's called Create and Fill Your Coaching Program. You can go to LaTishaStyles.com/solid coaching. The link that I gave you before where you'll get 20% off the course, you can still go to that link, but this link, you actually will get a deeper discount. Because there's I provided the same discount that I gave for everyone who bought it live, and it just happens to be less than the 20% off. So I would recommend going to that link. That course is everything you need to start selling your coaching program. I show you exactly how to create it, how to do your research. So if you don't have a larger high ticket offer, then that's where you want to go. Okay. All right. Your homework. So your homework is to DIY and essentially get your evergreen offer ready for ads, meaning that you've got your sales page for your free thing and it's congruent and it makes sense and it leads into your next logical step, or your what if I'm successful. It's the answer to your what if I'm successful, and they're going to pick that up and purchase that. Okay. Once again, you can do it really, really simple with ClickFunnels. It'll go through the entire process. And if you go grab the 5 days, 5 figures for the challenge, I think I actually even give you the ClickFunnels template that I use, and you can literally just plug it into your account. Okay. If you feel like you want help with this and you're the type of person that you don't want to do it on your own, then you can book a coaching session. Okay. This is a link that you'll use. I'm going to share this entire diagram with you guys so that you'll be able to go directly to these links. But when you book your coaching session, I will review your sales page. I'll review the sales page for your low ticket offer. I'll review your purchase page. So I'm going to review the actual sales page for your offer. I'm going to review your offer to make sure your offer is good. I'll review that purchase page, so the sales page for the actual purchase. And then we'll also create an ad that you can start running right away. Okay, so you can go ahead and book that there. And that is what I have for today. So do we have any questions? And I'm going to, let me stop this share. And I will stop that presentation. And once again, the whole thing has been recorded. Okay. Thinkific does not double as my website. It's where my courses are hosted. But in general, I don't drive people to my Thinkific course page. I hope that answers your question. All right, let me, how do I share? Share, turn it on. New link. These let you share your diagram with people who aren't logged in. Okay, that's fine. All right, here's the link to this. And I'll put this in the group also. But that will allow you to see this entire diagram. Question is, how do we figure out the lead cost? Is it trial and error? In general, okay, so it's going to depend on your industry. In general, it's costing me to get a lead from Facebook, meaning to get someone's email address, around anywhere from $3 to $8. Depending on if you're doing retargeting, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but if you've got a large email list already, then you have a benefit, because Facebook will easily find people who look like the people who are already on your email list. So when you see a lot of larger names and they're saying stuff like, I'm getting email addresses for 53 cents, or, I'm getting people signing up for, for 24 cents or whatever, that's something to consider. The other thing to consider is the country where you want those leads from. In general, it's more expensive to get leads from first world countries versus other countries. So if you're looking at Australia, US, UK, Canada, New Zealand, your lead cost in general is going to be, around that $3 to $8 or more mark. It also depends on how much information you're asking for. When I ran ads, I was working with an agency and I ran ads for a client who was doing a real estate offer. His lead cost was around $70 per lead, but he had a fine-tuned system in place where he knew that as long as he can keep his leads under $100, he was profitable where he wanted to be. So it really just depends. It is trial and error, but in general, if you're brand new, meaning your pixel doesn't have a lot of data, and your pixel is just how Facebook knows who to send you. So if you don't have a lot of experience on your pixel, if it's not well seasoned or whatever, how people usually say it, and you're kind of brand new and you don't have a large email list or any email list at all, the process of Facebook learning who you want is going to cost a little bit of money. Once you spend that and Facebook is more familiar with who you want, your lead cost is going to dramatically come down. Okay. I think right now for the webinar, we're getting leads around anywhere from $1 to $3. So we're kind of working on that. And it's simply because as Facebook learns who I want, they're driving that lead cost down. Also, I've expanded to different countries to help me kind of drive that lead cost down. So I put $4 on there because I feel like that's a pretty good estimate if you're kind of just starting out and your pixel's not seasoned, and your targeting is really good, which we're going to talk about in the next training. If you're getting, to the right people, then around $4 is something to expect. So if you're spending around I have a funnel that I can make profitable if I can get leads for $2.67. And I know that as long as I get leads for $2.67, then I won't spend $1 on my ads. I'll get $2.67 back. So when I look at my dashboard and I see the lead cost creeping up to like $3 or $4, I just know maybe I'll turn it off, but I kind of know that, okay, well now I'm spending $1 and maybe getting, 80 cents back or 70 cents back or whatever that is. Okay. So to answer your question, you figure the lead cost out with trial and error, but in general, around $4 is a good estimate and starting point. Any other questions that we have? And once again, I do want to emphasize is like, this is not where the money is made. Okay. So this is not what we're trying to like heavily optimize or spend a whole lot of time on. Honestly, your goal is to get this working as quickly as possible. Your goal is to get this working as quickly as possible, meaning that you've got your paid offer, your lower ticket paid offer set up, and you start driving traffic. I would recommend setting aside a budget of about anywhere from $300 to $500 just to test it out, meaning like you're throwing that money away and you're never seeing it again. Okay. That's your sunk cost. That's your test budget. Especially when you know what you're doing, which the final training in this series, we're going to really get kind of deep into it to help you so that you know exactly what you're doing, but kind of have that as your test budget. And once you figure that out and you can start running those ads where you are getting you're essentially getting those new people to pay for the cost of your ads. Now it's like there's so much stress lifted off of you. You can start really focusing on optimizing the process of getting people into your higher ticket offer. I really don't stress about the challenge funnel. I just turn it on. If the lead costs creep up, I turn it off. I don't split test different images and pictures. I've got one video and I know that I know that it's going to perform the way I'm expecting it to perform. And if it doesn't, I just turn it off. I don't stress about trying to optimize it down to the penny because that's not where I'm making my money. I'm making my money on building that relationship with people who sign up for the challenge, with people who are interested in getting that ongoing process or that systematic process, and they come into You've Got Clients, they join me on the retreat, like all my other higher ticket stuff that I have. That's where I'm making my money. So that's where I focus. Okay. I'll be reaching out for help on course creation. Do you have a link? Yes. So the link that I just posted in the chat, the Coggle, go to that coaching call button, and that will take you to booking a call with me, to booking a coaching call, and we can talk about course creation if you want to. If you don't want to talk about this specifically, you want to just have a coaching call on course creation, then we can do that. I think the time frame that it has set up is like 20 minutes, but we do a lot of pre-work before we actually get on the call. So the call is more of a let's review all of this stuff, and then if it needs to go a little bit longer, like it just goes a little bit longer. It's not a big deal. Okay. How do I make my masterclass that's happening next month into an evergreen offer? Once you host your masterclass and you've uploaded it to wherever your video hosting software is, if you're using Vimeo or YouTube or whatever it is. If it's something paid, I wouldn't recommend using YouTube for obvious reasons. But once you have that pulled together and you put it in your member area or whatever it is, you figure out what is the first question that people have before they need that masterclass. So if your masterclass, I'm just going to continue using myself as an example. If the course is how to get high ticket coaching clients, the question that people have before that is how do I get clients? Or how do I make more money with my coaching? Or how do I sell more coaching? Then once I answer that question with a free thing, the next logical step is, well, if you want high ticket coaching clients, this is the answer to how do you make more with your coaching? How do you sell high ticket coaching and whatnot? So you've got to think about what is that question they have before they make it to your paid thing. Okay. If you're not sure what that question is, then that's where we start busting out surveys. Okay. And I won't get too much into that. I would not use YouTube for any paid videos that if it's something that they need to pay for, even if you set it to unlisted, people can still grab the link and share it. So, and also I don't think that it looks professional. If someone's paying for something, I'm going to use a video hosting software where I have a lot more freedom and I can structure it the way that I want. Okay. Can I share live training classes as part of a course? I think your question is asking for the low ticket on demand thing. Can you let them know that they can also attend a live training class? If that's the case, then you can. If you want to make that part of your offer, you absolutely can. I wouldn't, only because this is a lower ticket thing. And the idea is that if they want to work with you specifically, they need to invest in the higher ticket. This lower ticket thing is just it's like a sample at the buffet, but you're not going to make them an entire plate and say, here's where you can come and ask your questions, right? You're going to say, hey, this is a sample, chicken teriyaki, but if you want more, get a plate and I'll give you 2 sides. I'll throw in 2 sides, right? Zoom is for live trainings. Like we're on Zoom right now. This is a live training. So if it's an on-demand program, then you're not going to use Zoom because you're not doing a live training. The live training was recorded in a private group. I'm sorry, Vicky. I'm not quite sure what your question is. Could you make it a full statement? One more question. How much? Ask whatever questions you like. I'm here to answer your questions. How much research goes into creating a class, workshop, or masterclass? That's a great question. In general, I have 5 questions that I ask. I ask these 5 questions every single time. And we can discuss that more if you want to do that on the call. I share that inside of my You've Got Clients program. And I think I share it inside of the Create and Fill Your Coaching program offer. It's the same 5 questions. And I'm looking for at least 25 responses. If I can get at least 25 responses, I feel like I'm kind of in a good place. And then I'll dig deeper. And if I don't understand what the questions are asking, or if I feel like maybe there's something a little bit different, I'll dig deeper. The research part is where the money is, period. So, for sometimes research takes, I don't know, a couple days, a couple hours. When I was first getting started and I really wasn't as clear on who my ideal client was, it took a while. I was compiling responses, copying and pasting stuff on spreadsheets and all sorts of stuff. So the research is not where you want to go the fastest. It's where you want to go the deepest, because the deeper you can get with your research and the more specific you can get, the easier it is to make your sales. It makes everything else flow easy. It's kind of like building a pyramid with a wide base. You can go higher. With less research, you're building a pyramid with a more narrow base, and so you can't go as high, or skyscraper or whatever. Okay. Rochelle says, it took me a long time and I finally know my ideal client. Research has been powerful. Yeah, absolutely. Has Facebook Insights been helpful when discovering your ideal client? Yeah, I've used Facebook Audience Insights in the past. What I've found lately is that, let me close this now. I can hearing myself very quietly. What I've found for Facebook Audience Insights is that it's more of a help when figuring out what audiences to target for your ads versus actual customer research. I prefer words over numbers for customer research. So I would prefer someone specifically telling me what they want. I would prefer a survey response rather than a number. I would prefer a written out response rather than check A, B, C, or D. I want the specific wording, and that's how I make my research much deeper, so I can have a much higher skyscraper, right? Because if it's just the data that Facebook Audience Insights gives you, it's grouped, it's not specific people, it's general, right? So I'm not looking for general. I have a very specific target ideal client, and I'm looking for results, and I'm looking to sell and work with that specific ideal client. So that means that I want to speak to that specific ideal client as much as possible. Okay. Yes, Kim, you can use whatever recordings, however you like to record it. You can record it however you like to record it. Just when you host it, it needs to be hosted on a paid platform. I do a lot of Facebook Live teachings inside of my VIP group with my current clients. I want to use some of those teachings that I've already done for a course package. Could I use those for teaching? Okay, yes, you absolutely can. So I would limit the number that you do. So you don't want to obviously grab all of them, but if you got, sometimes I do that. I'll take a couple of select trainings and I'll say something like, this is a training I hosted with my mastermind clients and you're going to get it inside of this program. It does increase the perceived value. I think I did this with, was it the You've Got Clients program? I think so. So there's like some sales call boot camps that I did one-on-one with previous clients, and I included that inside of that program, and that increases the perceived value because now you're getting to be a fly on the wall and listen to the thing that I only did with one-on-one clients. So yeah, absolutely. Can I send you an assessment one-sheeter to review and give feedback for steps to creating a funnel? Absolutely. Just click the link. I put the Kaggle link in there, and you'll be able to, actually, let me just go ahead and put the link to the coaching call in here. Any coaching that you'd like from me, I'm happy to help. Here's the link where you can grab a time to chat. Just choose a time on here and you'll be able to, and we can review your one-sheeter or whatever it is you'd like to review. Okay. Other questions? All right, good. Well, I've enjoyed this training. I think this is the one I'm most excited about simply because I took a little while to figure this out for myself and for my business. And I think it was like, I first did the challenge in January of 2017, I think it was 2017. Might have been 2016. Anyways, when I first did the challenge and I discovered the whole idea of a break-even funnel, meaning something where I didn't have to spend the money on ads, and I was still able to and I was able to get email addresses for super cheap. It changed everything for me. I was like, oh, this is all I have to do. All I've got to do is bring as many people in as possible, and then I can focus on making the sales and my high ticket stuff. So while other people were focusing on organic stuff or focusing on doing live streams every day, I started focusing on ads. And as soon as I did that, everything started to change for me. Do I have room for growth in the organic area? Absolutely. But now I have the freedom to play around with organic stuff that takes longer because I know that I can direct traffic using paid traffic to whatever I want to send people to. And I have the consistent revenue where I can say, okay, now I can focus on this organic stuff. So it changes everything. Our next training, our next training is going to be on how to get buyers, I think. Yeah. How to bring in new buyers, and emphasis on the word new. Okay. Bringing in new buyers, meaning these are not people that are already on your email list, or these are not people who've purchased yet. So let's say you brought all these people through this funnel, and out of 100 people, 7 people bought, but you've got those 93 people who haven't bought. So we want them to be buyers now. So how do we capture value at every possible level? Okay. You've already paid for your ad spend, and now you've got this group of 100 people, of which 7 are buyers, and now you want to bring in those 93 people to become buyers also. So we're going to be talking about that on the next training. I'm really excited about that one also, because it does get a little bit deeper into this. And once you have these 3 pieces in place, the first training was all about getting you into the mindset and idea of that. The whole goal is to reach more people. That's why we talked about getting more email subscribers. So you're getting more email subscribers. Now you're not paying for those email subscribers after this training and after you implement this stuff. And the next step is like, how do we bring that high ticket offer in so that we can capture that value from those people? And once you know that, like, this is what you can do, our final training is going to actually show you how to do this in Facebook ads. So I don't want you to just, Facebook ads are like pouring gasoline on a fire. But if you don't have the fire burning already, you're just pouring gas on dirt, which doesn't make sense. So we're building the fire. These first 3 trainings, we're putting this fire together. Okay. And once we get, like, it's going to be lit. Once we get to that final training, like, it's going to be so easy to see how Facebook ads will work for you and your business. You won't be boosting posts anymore. You won't be like just trying to get likes, and you won't be like, you'll know exactly what to look for depending on how many clicks you're getting, how many people are seeing your ads. Like, you'll know if it's good or not. That's going to be in the final training. There will be a registration link for that training because I'm hosting it. I'm co-hosting it with Monica, who is our Facebook ads expert. And so she's got a registration page. I will be sharing that soon in the group, because that's going to be, we still got we got about 2 weeks before that training happens. Okay. But I'm really excited about that. Okay. Whew. You're welcome. All right. Awesome. Thank you. Updating your challenge with a lower ticket offer. Yes. And I've got another, I forgot to add something I wanted to add with that, but, I did. Scarcity. So make sure you let them know, hey, this is a limited offer. Okay. You're welcome. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to stop the recording here. I know the recording is going to be much better than whatever the internet connection was. And let's see. How do I say? There we go. I want to be able to say bye on the recording. So I'm going to say bye on that one and stop the